Hi, so this is going to go through the process of adding and updating programs to our Sherwood Rotary website. So the first step you're going to want to do is go ahead and launch a browser. I prefer the Firefoxes. They tend to be the nicest in format. And what you'll do is you'll go to sherwoodrotary.org. It will bring you to your normal landing page and scroll to the bottom. And the first thing you have to do is log in. So you enter your username and password and you go ahead and log on. At this point, you are now into the system with privileges, and you'll see at the bottom, when you go to the bottom, you'll see that your name, test program chair in this case, is there. Couple of different ways, but in essence, the way this works is if you find a program that you want to add something to, let's say on the 20th of July, you click into it, and when you get into that, here's the default screen that shows you the list of options. When you drill into the 20th of July, as a program chair, you see the ability to edit, and that lets you change and update it. So I will go into the edit screen, and here you can see all the elements of the program that you would need to load. Okay, so basically you're ultimately trying to get to the date that you're trying to change and you're trying to affect. I find an easier way to do this, or my preferred way, is I'll either go to add content or search for an existing. Since most of the programs are already loaded, kind of waiting for the content, I'm going to suggest the best way to go about it is Advanced Content Admin. And here it's nice because you can filter down to what you're looking for. In this case, we're looking for club meetings, and we'll apply that. It gives me a nice little graphic view. It's not quite sorted, I see, so I'll go ahead and sort on the date. Flip it a couple times to get your thing. And this is something I can't get rid of. It says last updated, which doesn't do us any good. However, if you sort by the meeting date, you'll see this is also a quick and easy way to see when you are looking for places to fill where you need places to fill. And you can see right now, it stops at August 10th, and you'll be able to do more. In this case, we're going to go to the club meeting on the 20th, and that's the one we want to affect. And again, you'll get to the content page, which will give you that edit option. And this is exactly what you want to do. So let's go ahead and populate it. In this case, we know that we're going to have a meeting that's going to be dealing with the construction tour of the 124th partnership project, and we're going to do a road trip. So let's go ahead and change the meeting title to the 124th project. The meeting date is correct. See a little pop-up widget confirms it's on the 20th. I don't know who the speaker is going to be, but we have been corresponding with David Makarick. I think that's his name, so I'll just go ahead and populate that for now. We can change that, and this is just a nice thing to do. I don't think it's critical that you have any of this, but it's just nice if you want to ping him or find him later. Makes for a quick, easy reference, and I'll go ahead and put in his cell number there. That way we can get a hold of him, and it forms a nice little reminder. Again, that's not required at all. The little stars are what's required. You have to say the name, the title, and then this is the required part of it. So here, you can simply type and cut whatever you want, right? I like to make it a little fancy. I like to say road trip, all right? Just something that gets people's attention. And then I might put a little bit more. We'll be visiting the 24th, oops, that's not what I wanted to type. We'll be visiting the 24th project, like that. And you can do, something like this. And this is a WYSIWYG, so you can use these buttons here to make it fancy. We can bold some things. We can change the colors of others if you're so into having some fun. You can highlight. And the point of this is what you put in here is, kind of at your discretion. From here, it's nice to add a couple of links. So what's really polite is when we're dealing with another organization just like this, we want to give a link to their page. So what we can do is we can put a link to their page, and in here we can say this is their this is the page title. Actually, I'm just copying and pasting from an existing website. That's what's actually on that page, and I just pop it in there, right? And gives me opportunity. I can load up pictures. So there was an image associated with this. I could browse, and I can find on my desktop, You know, if I found that image, there it is right there. There's the logo, just to be nice. Again, we're trying to make this look as nice. Don't forget to hit upload, because that's what pushes the picture there, right? So here we've gone through everything. Get down to the bottom. Oh, there is one other little tidbit we want to do is, a lot of times this will be very long. In fact, let's go ahead and redo this a little bit. Let's have a little bit more fun with this and put in some more words. So this time I'm going to put in a whole bunch of words. And what we like to do is a summary. This is the teaser. This is the part that will show up on the home screen when we get to the home screen, and I'll point this out. So again, just to make this, I only want it to show this. And I like to explicitly state this, because otherwise it gets random. It will randomly cut this off. So here now, I have the summary, which would be showing on the home page. I have some neat text here that'll be in the full body, and there'll be pictures in the full body. I've got links that will help people find it out. If we're so organized, we may even know who the greeter is and who's going to give inspiration and who's been assigned to tear down. There we go. And so here we've got everything all kind of typed in and loaded. And now the last thing you do is, of course, you hit save. You're welcome to do preview. And here's what it looks like when it's fully formed. So here we went from nothing on this to where we actually have something. And see how the link appears? It just gives a nice link, gives a thing. This can be shared. You can send an email off to the person, and it's just nice. Notice that it doesn't necessarily state on this page who the speaker and the contact information is, because that can be a private thing. That's really meant for you or I or anybody that's managing the sessions and the speakers, for us to get a hold of them so that we can find them. Okay, so now let's just go back to our home screen. And here we are back at the home page. And if you recall when we started, you know, we didn't really have a whole lot here, but now it starts to show the band. Remember I said this will only show that preview text here. If we didn't do it, it randomly cuts it off. In fact, let's just do that. Let's just see what it looks like when it randomly cuts off. I'm going to drill in. I'm going to drill into the date. When I get to this page, remember, we can edit in case it changes. If it changes dates, all we have to do is change the date. Move that to the 27th. Go find the 27th, move it to the 20th. That's how it's easy to move around. If we didn't have this text in here, let's just get rid of it. This was the summary stuff, and I said we wanted to put that in there. Now what I'll do, I'm going to hit save. Now, all that there, when we go to the homes page, now it's a little less controlled. And in this case, it's going to show me everything, which, you know, takes up a lot of room and isn't necessarily the best use of our quick hit information. I oftentimes will make this page be different than what's inside. So that way, this kind of gets the attention out. Meet us at a specific location. Get ready to hear so-and-so speak. So that is the gist of it. There is one other screen that I'll talk about real quick, and that is more on the when we know the speakers. If we do the speaker inspiration teardown, there's a little grid that we can fill out. And what this will do is we'll just look at July, just to make it a nice simple search, July, and we'll apply it. So here's our July, and here you can see I've got Chuck and Elvis filled out. But this is kind of a nice easy way to, I shouldn't be hopping up on those. I can grab just and fill these out kind of one at a time, month at a time, because that's kind of the way we used to work. And you can just do a whole bunch of them at once. And see now, if I hit save, it gets them all in there, and now I've already got them preloaded. And that, go back to our home page, that is how this works. Don't forget to log on. If you forget your content, if you forget your password, you just simply go and reset it. You go to password request a new password to get back in. Great. All right, let me go ahead and kill this and we're good to go.